7-8 symmetry. I can identify symmetry in figures.
Good. So Nate, we'll actually wait. We'll do 7-9 in a second. This video is going to contain information from both 7-8 on symmetry and 7-9 on tessellating. So we'll go through 7-8 first, then Nathan will read us the next I can statement. Line of symmetry. This is a line of symmetry. It is when you can cut a shape in half, or cut a shape in which you have mirrored sides, or the sides are the exact same. So we gave you an example on number 1. Number 2, line of symmetry we talked about. Rotational symmetry, I think, is the most confusing. When a shape is rotated, it coincides with itself. And when we talk about rotational symmetry, how many times it coincides with itself. I am actually going to pull up the PowerPoint that we used. An example of symmetry would be these butterflies here, but that's not where I want to be. We're going to slide down, and we're going to take a look at rotational symmetry. If you look at the first snowflake on the left, the black snowflake, we have 6-fold rotational symmetry. The right snowflake, the blue one, has 8-fold rotational symmetry. And we're going to show you what that looks like here using this particular shape. So we're going to go to our PowerPoint. And get my mouse. Sorry for the dead time. All right, so here's our shape. Every time let's just start with the top. I can't actually show you anything because I can't draw this PowerPoint. But if you start with the very top of the star, and then you move clockwise to the second figure that makes up the star. So the star is made up of 5 of those shapes that you see on the left there. Every time you rotate and the image matches up with itself, or the shape matches up with itself, you would count that as 1 turn or 1 fold. Okay, so again, if I could draw on this, that would be wonderful. But we got 5-fold. I can try this.
You can use your mouse.
What's that?
You need to use your mouse.
I'm actually going to get out of this. I think I can draw it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5-fold rotational symmetry. Again, we start with this shape. Every single time that shape repeats itself, you count it as a single fold. Do I need to do any more than that? Do you guys want me to do more than that? Does it make sense? Okay, it makes sense. So in this particular instance, let's just start here. And if we were just going to focus on this particular part of the shape, it would repeat itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When it gets back to its original spot after 360 degrees, that would be our 8th turn. So we call it 8-fold rotational symmetry. Okay? Moving on, Nathan, 7-9, tessellations.
7-9 tessellations, I can tessellate.
And a tessellation is what, Nathan?
Repeating shape patterns that cover a surface with no holes, gaps, or overlaps.
Holes, gaps, or overlaps cannot take place, or you don't have a tessellation. Regular tessellation, what are the 3 shapes, 3 regular polygons that tessellate? What are the 3 regular polygons that tessellate, Ryan?
Square, equilateral, triangle.
So a square, a triangle, and a hexagon. Correct. When you are tessellating, what do the vertices, Amelia, what do the vertices intersection points have to total? 360 degrees. When we go to this particular shape right here, these would be where the 3 vertices come together. (120, 120, 120) together. The intersection point is going to total 360 degrees. Last thing you need to know, I know these are kind of choppy notes, would be the rules for tessellating or creating a non-polygon that tessellates. They are located in your notes, obviously. Tessellating with a non-polygon. A lot of you use this as your cheat sheet idea, which I think was a great thing to use. You have to draw a quad, find the midpoint, So here's my quadrilateral. Find the midpoint of each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Create a new border on half of one side. Copy it, paste it after turning it 180 degrees on the other half. Repeat that 3 times for the other 3 sides. And then you would tessellate with your new image. You are going to have to be able to do that on the final test. Questions?